Hello, my fashion lovers. Welcome to my channel. This is Sue with Shioma. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Click on the notification bell to be notified anytime I post a new video. Please like, subscribe, and share my video. Please support my channel. I need your support. I need your like. I need you to subscribe. Please, and in the course of the tutorial, if you have any question, please ask in the comment section. On today's tutorial, we're going to be making a skirt. I'll be teaching you how to cut a mermaid skirt or airline skirt, but mostly it is called a mermaid skirt using 3 yards of Ankara fabric. We're going to be using 3 yards of Ankara fabric to cut this mermaid skirt. Is going to have a tail at the back, and we're going to achieve it with these 3 yards of Ankara fabric. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. The fabric I'm working with is an Ankara fabric, and the hip that I'm working with is hip 42. I'll be working with hip 42, and the waist I'm working with is waist 29. Waist 29, and it's going to have a tail at the back, and we're going to achieve this with these 3 yards of Ankara, but you can equally use 6 years to achieve this. But if you want to manage your fabric, or if you don't have much fabric to use, you can use 3 years of Ankara fabric. And this is what I have. The length, I'm using the full length because I want it to be long. The length I have is 45, and for the width I have 16 because it's going to uh, have flare at the down part. And from the hip line, from the waistline, I marked 9 inches for the hip, and the knee line is 18 inches. Is 18 inches. On the waistline, you're going to mark your waistline measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance on the waistline. From my waist to my hip is 9 inches, and on the hip hip divided by 4, your hip circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. You add it and then connect. And on the knee line, whatever I have on the hip, I have 13 on the hip line, and on the knee line I'll be deducting 2 inches, and I'll mark 11 inches on the knee line. You can mark the same measurement depending on the shape you want. You can deduct 1, but I decided to deduct 2 on the knee line, and you go ahead and mark it, then connect it down. Connect it down. On the down part I have 16 inches, so when I open it up, it's going to be about 32. That's how wide I want it to be. But if you don't want the front part to be wide, you can reduce yours. Go ahead and connect it down. Sorry, you are not seeing my markings. Then at the end of the fabric, you're going to go up by 1 inch to have a little curve. Add a little curve to it. Then you go ahead and cut. Go ahead and cut it. Like I told you, I'm making use of 3 yards. On the down parts, I don't know why the video didn't show. Just go up by 1 inch at the tip of the fabric and connect, so that you don't have pointy edge at that place. And on your knee line, you notch it so that when you're joining to your back, you can actually get a perfect fit. Go ahead and notch it. And this is all we have for the front. And for the back, you're going to throw it as if you're cutting a flare. Throw it in bias form. You're going to make sure you arrange it very well. Throw it in a bias form. You see what I'm doing? Throw it in a bias form. You see how I'm throwing it? Throw it in a bias form. This is how it's going to appear. Then you're going to take your front skirt and place on it. Take your front skirt and place on it on bias form. Then you take your front skirt to place on it. Make sure you arrange it very well. You place it. See how I'm placing it? Just watch the video. I know the fabric is making it a little bit confusing, but just watch what I'm doing. Make sure it's aligning. Check the under part to make sure that there's fabric at the under part. Go ahead and arrange it very well. At the waistline, and make sure there's space at the other end. At the waistline, you're going to mark 1 inch for zip allowance. Mark 1 inch. At the hip line, you're going to mark 1.5 inch at the hip line. Then you connect so that your bum will be able to sit very well. You're giving a shape to your bum because your bum is not flat. You're going to give it its shape. And on the knee line, I'll be taking 16 inches because I want the the drop to start from under my bum bum. I wouldn't want it to start from the knee line, which is 18 that we used at the front. I'm using starting on at 16 inches. Now on that knee line, you just come in by 1 inch and connect. Come in by 1 inch and connect. And at the down part, at the tail, my tail is 22. The length there is 22, and I marked it. At the end part of it is 22. And from that, you're going to flare it down. Don't mark it straight. Just take it, flare it down to where you marked your 22, depending on the number that came out for you. You can have 18, 19, 20, 21, but my own is 22. From that knee line, you flare it down to that 22 inches. And at this point, you're going to connect. This is now your tail. This is the tail, the skirt tail. Connect it down to the tip, to the folded edge. Connect it to the folded edge. I'm sorry, my marking is not showing because of the fabric. But if you listen to what I'm saying, you can achieve it. And the most important thing is for you to place your fabric very well. Just connect it and go ahead and cut. As simple as ABC. And when you're placing your fabric, make sure it aligns with the one under. Make sure that the one under is not shorting. You go ahead and cut it with just 3 yards. You have your mermaid skirt. But if you want it fuller, you can go ahead and add extra fabric. But because I have 3 yards of fabric, go ahead and cut it off. I'm still going to notch the knee line so that when I'm joining it, it will come out very well. Go ahead and cut. After cutting it out, the folded part, you open it up. The folded part, cut out your zipper allowance. If you have any questions so far, please ask in the comment section, like, subscribe, and share my videos. And this is what we have. This is what we have. See you next time. Bye bye.
Uh-uh.
Go, started.
I think that make it right. Money man. Yes.
Going fine. Don't want that picture to.
Okay.